So when it comes to the ACC, they're dealing with some realignment stuff. Feels like every conference really is these days.
Yeah.
But there are teams in the conference reportedly that want out, and one in particular, I believe Florida State recruited you at one point.
Yeah.
But they gave them, so they gave you an offer. But what are your thoughts on some of these realignments, and not just the ACC, but a more broader term, just overall in all these college conferences?
Yeah, it's so many moving pieces. I mean, we all know one obvious thing it's about the money.
What?
Right? So surprise. It's about the money, it's about the TV deals, the things that people really don't even care about, but the conferences do.
Yeah.
And all of the folks who are making those decisions. But I think, like with everything, it has its pros and it has its cons, but it's just like a different time now. And you just think about like ACC basketball. Since I'm in it, I live it, I breathe it. What's going to happen with North Carolina and Duke? Like the rivalry. People have been talking about the rivalry for so long. A lot of these rivalries that we've talked about that have etched themselves in being, the rivalry that we pay attention to. What about those rivalries that are so prevalent in our sport? Those will be gone. You think about the ACC, you think about North Carolina, you think about Duke, you think about some of these other teams, like that dynamic is going to be gone. And then you talk about like the conversation of teams getting into the NCAA tournament. How do we make sure that the mid majors are still up there?
Yeah.
It just makes things so complicated when you talk about there possibly being three big or two big conferences with with the biggest names in the industry. So I just think it's tough. But it's something that, that we just have to embrace because it's new times now. I don't think we should try to not embrace it. I think we should embrace it and see where it goes. But this is really all about the money. But I think the one thing that people have to keep in mind, and I know it's hard, but they have to keep in mind that it's not about your own agenda. It's about putting the student athletes in the best situations to succeed. And if that does mean going into a different conference, by all means, go ahead and do it. But I think that still needs to be at the forefront of all the decisions that are being made and not the money aspect of it.